This week's band is Bon Iver, the name under which Eau Claire native Justin Vernon recorded his album For Emma Forever Ago. The name Bon Iver is Rascalized French for the words Good Winter, which is exactly what Vernon had when he made this record. The album came about at a very difficult time in Vernon's life when his band broke up, his girlfriend dumped him, and he realized he didn't know who he was. All of these emotions spearheaded a move from Raleigh, North Carolina, where he had been living, back to his home state, where Vernon would spend the next 3 months holed up in a hunting cabin his dad owned in the backwoods of northern Wisconsin. With intentions only of figuring out his life and dealing with his emotions and insecurities, a batch of songs came, mostly as a process of cathartic healing for Vernon and nothing more. But when he left the seclusion of his cabin 3 months later, he realized he had enough material for an album. This became For Emma Forever Ago, a delicate emotional ride that will break your heart and mend it again in one listen, and give you a sense of bleary-eyed, resolute hope. Vernon's gentle falsetto voice pulls you in with the very first note, and you immediately get transported right into his cabin in the wintry backwoods, feeling every tinge of pain and breathing every sigh right along with him. This short album of only 9 songs, which is just under 40 minutes, is well worth your time and your ears, and your heart will thank you for it. Bon Iver and For Emma Forever Ago is the story of the little guy overcoming his inner demons and helping the rest of us along the way. An artist and an album completely lacking the pretentiousness of most bands these days. Its refreshing honesty and emotion make this an album worth hearing and make Bon Iver an artist worth watching for a long time to come.
You basically hibernated for 3 months?
Yeah, my dad has like a hunting cabin up north in northwestern Wisconsin, like 60 miles from where I was born. He bought it in '79. It's like 80 acres, and sort of had a rough time at life down in North Carolina, and broke up.
So you were coming from North Carolina and
moved
there?
Yeah, fleeing kind of.
Fleeing?
Well, just kind of personal reasons. I just I needed to get out of there in kind of a hurry, and
we're breaking up with a
band, a girlfriend, myself, trying to break up with myself, kind of in old habits and kind of old hookups and like just stuff. And I didn't have anywhere to go necessarily. It wasn't but I wasn't like down and out. I was just like, I don't know where to go. So I asked my dad if I could go up there for a few months, and the beginning goal really wasn't to make a record. I was thinking about making music, but I just went up there just to be and to just sleep and wake up and chop wood or do something, clear my head, and it was really necessary to do. And I was there for 3 months and ended up doing some recording that by the end it was like songs that were built into a record somehow. And it was kind of surprising to me even at the end.
Did the making of the album actually make you feel better? Was it healing in some way?
It really was, and I have trouble kind of talking about like the depth of that and sort of like the real qualities of like the healing process that it had. But like I was really hooked up on a lot of stuff, and that's like the story of the record too. Is like about a period of my life, and it was really hard, and it was really like dim and mediocre, kind of like indifference, you know, like all over the place. And for that 3 months, really it did was like a spiritual sort of reconnection for me to my own music, and it was really, really important. And I still haven't been able to explain to even my family or my friends like how important that was for me. But
without pushing too hard or getting overly personal, the name of the album is For Emma Forever Ago, so that the logical conclusion is that you're singing about the loss of a relationship.
That was like the catalyst of it, and like the beginning of it, and in my head even. And over time, I sort of realized, like, man, like it's a lot of things. It's my inability to get over this, and it's my inability to like have the courage to like go beyond it because I'm afraid and all that. I mean, it's a lot of typical things that happen to a lot of people, but for some reason, I just held on to it for a really long time and ended up having a lot of information and sort of emotions to sort of like purge, you know.
This purging was pretty much a solo effort. I mean, you, as if I understand it correctly, write all the songs and play almost every instrument on the whole album.
Yeah.
For Emma Forever Ago can be downloaded from iTunes or bought from your local record store, or for a free download of a live EP as well as a live performance and interview, go to www.myspace.com/transmissions.